Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you a profit or a loss update on the buy and hold strategy versus a KuCoin Infinity Grid Bot strategy that I deployed just over 10 months ago. And so with that being said, let's see how these two strategies are actually performing. And so we will start with the buy and hold strategy. Now, back in January of 2022, I purchased essentially 0.011700066 Bitcoin at an average price of 42,732.6 USDT, and that equated to 500 USDT. So in order to see today's value of this Bitcoin, we will need to jump over to my KuCoin account. Now, if you're not familiar with KuCoin, they are basically one of the top crypto exchanges out there, and they are available to US customers as well as other customers across the world without any KYC. If you are interested in setting up a KuCoin account, I will drop a link in the description down below, and if you use my link, you will get at a minimum a 10% discount on all your trading fees. So with that all being said, let's get into the actual numbers of the buy and hold strategy. From my KuCoin dashboard, I would need to go into my main account. That is where I'm actually holding the Bitcoin that I purchased just over 10 months ago. And I've actually blown up the number. You can see the actual Bitcoin that I purchased down here, that amount of 1170066 Bitcoin. Again, was valued at around $500 back in January of 2022. But today, towards the end of October of 2022, with Bitcoin's price currently hovering around 20,000, my current buy and hold position is only worth $239.79, and thus the buy and hold strategy is down 52%. So, for all you buy and hold trolls who are always commenting how it's better off to buy and hold versus deploying a grid bot of any type, this would be your current P&L if you had just bought and held it in January. So, with that in mind, let's see how the Infinity Grid Bot has been performing. Again, if we jump back over to the KuCoin dashboard and I scroll over here to the Trade tab, I can click on Trading Bot. And from the Trading Bot page, I want to go to the Infinity Grid Bot. And so from the left-hand side of the screen over here, under their logo, you see Spot Grid, Futures Grid. I need to click on Infinity Grid. So if I give that a click, that would land you on the Infinity Grid Bot page. And then down at the bottom of the screen, you can find your running bots. So if you scroll down, you can find your currently running bots. In this case, I just have that one Infinity Grid Bot that I deployed back in January for this challenge. And so if I come over here to the details and give the little three dots a click, I can check out the details for this particular grid bot. And if we look at the parameters for this particular grid bot, you can see my lowest price for the grid bot was set at 18.5. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with how a grid bot operates, it's extremely simple. The grid bot buys low and sells high. So when the price goes down, the grid bot is buying at a lower price, and then when the price goes back up, it sells high. And your grid is essentially made up of open limit buy orders, which would be represented by the green lines, and open limit sell orders, which would be represented by the red lines. And one of the parameters you typically configure with a grid bot is a lower and an upper range. Now, an Infinity Grid Bot won't have an upper range because it will follow the price up to infinity. However, on a Infinity Grid Bot, you still configure that lower range, and if the price goes down below the lower range, your bot will be out of the battle. And so the ideal price action for a grid bot would be to chop or consolidate in between your upper and lower range, but for sure you don't want it to go below your lower range. And so with that all in mind, I basically set the lower price for the grid bot at around 18.5, and so far the price has only dipped down below that once when Bitcoin hit a low of 17.6, but Bitcoin's price did quickly rebound back above 18.5, and so this bot has been pretty much in the battle for over 10 months now. And again, the entry price was 42,726, which is very similar to the buy and hold price that I entered at. And then my profit rate per grid I set at 1%. Now, I did not set up a stop price or a take profit price, as I was going to let this bot run, just like a buy and hold strategy doesn't have a stop loss or a take profit target. So those are the basic parameters of this Infinity Grid bot. Now, the open orders currently, as of today, I hold 0.0116645 Bitcoin, and I still hold 119 USDT in order to fulfill buy orders if Bitcoin's price goes down. And so at the end of the day, right now, if I were to shut this grid bot down, it would have a loss of 28%. Basically, right now, it has an unrealized P&L of 177. When you add in the current grid bots of almost $24, that equals a total loss right now of $153. Now, for those of you who have not been following this challenge, the investment amount is $512. The extra $12 is because after the first month of this challenge, the grid bot froze up. I had to shut it down, reinvest the $500 plus the $12 profit that the grid bot made in that first month. So when you subtract this 153 from $512, you end up with around $359. When you divide that by 500, you end up with a loss of 28%. Now, even a grunt can do the simple math and understand that a negative 28% is better than a negative 52%. And so after just over 10 months into this challenge, the grid bot is winning the battle versus the buy and hold strategy. So I think that's enough jaw-jacking for this video. Now I will do another update video in the near future, so it would be a good idea to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And until next time, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.